My name's Anna Sterling and I'm at Griffith University at Nathan campus, and I got involved in Power to Change this time last year. So I've been just in the community for a year, and this is the first camp that I've done of Power to Change. The reason why I got involved in Power to Change was to just learn how to share faith more, but still I didn't have the right idea about how to go about it and what it actually meant and what we're trying to achieve. And so this week, before I came on summer projects, I barely went out for the Salt Hour, that's what we call it at Griffith, where we just go share our faith. And I didn't really feel the importance of it, which sounds terrible, but it's true. And just this week has just transformed that. I've started to catch the vision of Power to Change. And at schoolies, there are so many different beliefs and so many different levels of people being interested, but we've found that God has led us to some very open hearts that are just wanting to talk about spiritual topics. Of down at the beach, especially reflecting at the water, there's a lot of people just thinking about the deep issues of life. And so we've had some really fantastic chats of people who haven't heard the gospel put in just a way of love and grace, and just they haven't heard the full gospel, and they're really interested in others that are just more interested in finding about just Christianity in general. And there's some who don't, and so we just move along to find the ones that are in the end. I just think the community has been amazing, just being surrounded by all these people who are just so on fire for God. It's just made me realize just how real our relationship with God can be. I've just realized that it can be something that encompasses your whole life and every moment, and that it can be so real, and that it is so much more real than I realized it was and could be. Yeah, the group here, we've been having discipleship times, and when we're in our groups and we're just speaking to each other about our faith and just asking questions that are be answered by our room leaders. And we've had training times where we've been trained in apologetics and just how to share your faith, and also just being surrounded by all these older people who just care about you. They see when you're a bit down and they'll just come and talk to you and they'll encourage you, and everyone's just looking out for each other and are vulnerable with their just what they're struggling with, so we can encourage each other. So when I go back to uni next year, I'm going to be more involved with sharing my faith, and with sharing my faith with just friends around me. And I'm going to be more involved in my life group at church, because I've gotten to know my life group leaders on a more personal level here. I'm going to just grow my relationship with God and prioritize that. And this time I've recommitted my life just to have Jesus as the Lord of my life, just to have him on, as we're saying, just on the throne, and not just in the circle, but on the throne of the life. So I like to just get more involved in getting to know Jesus and go in intimacy with him.